If you already watched my first video and is ready to jump to stage 1 with me, let's do it now. Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. So today I'm gonna be showing you how I'm go about running on stage 1 of Illuvium. Now, if you want to know everything I did on stage 0 to get prepared to stage 1, watch my video that I create prior and that will give you all the information you needed. Now, if you are going to play Illuvium, please, if you can use my referral code, I will really appreciate it. All you have to do is when you log into your account and go to profile, you're going to be seeing a place here where you can put your referral code, and our referral code is P2EW. So play to earn words. So you come to your account, go to referral code, and just enter P2EW. I have another referral code here from a resource that I found that helped me a lot. So I'm using his referral, but if you can use mine, I'll really appreciate it. Now, once you did that, let's go ahead and get started on preparations to run on stage 1. Now, as you know, stage 1 is gonna cost you some fuel. So if you go to fuel exchange here, we see that we're gonna need to invest a little bit to be able to do the run. Now, you can do it completely free by doing stage 0 and selling the resource you get from stage 0. It may take you a little while because stage 0, because the resource from on stage 0 are not as popular as the other stages because everyone is farming stage 0 and trying to sell. So it's important that you are able to go to other stages as soon as you can. So you can see here, you're going to need 150 Krypton. So if we calculate that, that's $1.27. So we need to make sure that we get enough resource there to pay for this $1.27. Now, in preparation for that, what we need to do is check the market, because my plan is to go make the run and sell everything that I'm gonna use just after I finish the run. So the market conditions at the moment is what's important for me. So I don't want to grab things to sell it in a month's time. I want to get the things that I needed first, and then I want to sell all the rest. So I'm gonna go into the marketplace, and then we can start by check the Illuvials. Now, I would like to check which Illuvials would be worth to get it. So you can click here on the filter, and we're going to be looking for Illuvials here, tier 1. So we can go ahead and put tier 1. So those are the Illuvials you're going to find on stage 0. You're going to find some other tiers as well, but the majority is going to be tier 1. You can see here, those are going for about 17 to 20 cents. So not worth it much of our time to do it. And also to capture this, we're gonna need to use shards. So you can look here on the shards and see how much the shards are going for to see if it's worth it. So we need to get at least a tier 1 shard. And here we see that uncurrent is going very cheap. However, let's go and look for current. That's the ones we're gonna be using on the game. Otherwise, we have to cure ourselves. And they're going for about 10 cents. Now you see this very cheap one here. If you try to buy this one, probably not gonna work. What has been happening is that a lot of very cheap ones, they are staying here, and you can see EMX passport connection closed. That means it was already sold. Somebody already got it. So if you've seen that error, jump to the old ones. What I have been doing is actually see a price that I want to pay, and I jump here and I order for newest listed. So those are the ones I can be sure I can be getting. So this is 14 cents. So I would imagine all the ones on 10 cents are already gone, to be honest. So if I come back here, lowest price, and let's try to buy one of those for 10 cents, I believe they are all gone, to be honest. So let's see, you can see the error here. So instead trying to find one that was not sale, I prefer to come here and look for new listed, and that will make sure that you can find the one you wanted. So we're gonna need 14 cents. That would left us with 14 cents profit for Illuvium. That means we would have to capture at least 10 Illuviums to get some profit. So Illuviums are not a good thing to do at the moment unless you're getting for your own collection. However, even though we're not gonna capture your Illuvium, we're gonna fight with them for sure, because we want to get that experience. So let's go back here and let's see what can we get it on this run. So we need to look into ingots, gems, and essences to see what would be worth it to get it. Now, the way I would go about is very similar to what we did it. So we can look, for example, shards. We can see what are the price at the moment. So we can look the different ones. So tier 2. And let's actually use here nearly listed because this will give us a better price. So those are going for 4 cents. If we look at tier 3, it's going for 13 cents. And if we look for tier 4, 63 cents. So that would be amazing if we could find some. So this is what we want to do. You wanted to check here the different tiers. Now it's going to be more likely you're going to get tier 1 and 2 on that stage. So let's focus on that. So you can see here, we're going to get about 13 cents for this tier. Then we can also look here for the gems. Gems is another thing we could go and look for. Now, again, I'm going to order for the listing. Let's look for tier 1 and we can look through the different affinities. So 9 cents for the water, 57 cents for fire, about 19 cents here for earth. So it will depending on our lucky and get the correct affinity. Now, I already went through all of this and I decided for this run, I'm going to go and focus first on the shards because everyone's going to need shards to get the illuviums. Second, I'm focusing on the gems because you're going to need gems. Everybody wants to upgrade the illuvium, so they're going to need that gems as well. And then I'm also going to focus on some plants. Plants will give essences to us and also will give some consumables that we can use in the game. Now let's go ahead and jump back into the game. So here we are at the game. So remember, our plan is to get first the shards that are the green stones that we find it. The second one is to get the yellow stones, and then we can get some of the plants. I'm going to show the plants that I prefer, and then we're going to find some illuvials to get experience to the illuvials we have, because we also want to go ahead and level up the illuvials we have it. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to go to the Brightland steps. I'm already more used to this, so I'm going to do the run here. I'm going to go stage 1. Now you can pay to scan the region and that will show where everything is. Now I don't think that's really necessary. You have enough time to go and find everything you needed. So let's go ahead and give it a go. Okay, now we travel to that and I'm gonna try to explain as we play what I try to do. So the first thing I want to do is to actually find a vantage point where I can see everything around and I can decide where I should go. So let's get started here. Where I'm going to press M and that will bring me the map. I'm going to press H for the heat map. I'm going to zoom out and you can see we wanted to look on this area. Now, if we take the heat map off, we can see some of the high points we can go, and I'm going to go over here to get started with. So I'm going to put a point there. And let's go ahead and do this. This is actually one of the best places, I think, to look on the top. Now you can see I'm not really bothering to get any of the resources around the teleport. And that's because we don't really need to bother there. We can get that resource when we come back. So I was talking to you and I got a little bit lost here, but let's get back on track. All right, so I want to go to the top of this here so we can see the land below us and decide where to go from there. So you can see there is these bubbles here on the bottom. We can get one of the bubbles to go up there. You can also see there is yellow gem here. So I'm going to go and capture that because we want the yellow ones. And like I said, that's what I was looking for. Now I see also this, let's see the name here on the map. So this is the Ergon Reef. We wanted to mark these Ergon Reefs because they're going to give us extra energy. So I'm going to press T and I'm going to right click here just to be sure that I know where this is so I can come back later. So now let's go up here on this bubble. Okay. All right. I see a few yellow ones and few green ones when we were coming up. We're going to go back and grab them. I want to look for the big deposit first. So from here, I can see a lot of the map and I can decide where to go after. Okay, another thing I want to do is probably put a point here so we can come back to here as well if we need it. So let's go ahead and do that. Like I said, I see few rocks below me, and we can also press M and we'll show here what we have seen when we pass them. Now I think I passed too far, so it's not really showing on my map. I want to check the other side of the map as well. I can see another reef here that I would be interested in looking later. I always shoot the illuvials so we can see what they are and decided if you wanted to grab them or not. You can see on the top it's showing the illuvium there, and it shows its level and it shows if it's a hollow or not. So I can decide if I want to capture that illuvial or not. So this is one of the plants I want to grab. So let's go ahead and grab this one. So you can see it got that gumbo drop. This will help me in battle. It will give you battle power for my illuvials. So I think it's very important that you collected that as well. There is another one on the bottle that I just grabbed it, and that's also very important, is the flint cap. And this will give us extra experience in battles. I'm going to grab that yellow one as well. That's too far. So we need to be very selective here on what we are grabbing, because we need to make our run worth it. Not only our time, but our investment as well to get here. Now we find the big stone here. So that is really cool. That will give us a lot of shards. So we can go ahead and extract it. Then let's see what we can get here. Just some common shards so far. So a lot of tier 1, some tier 2 shards. Unfortunately, no tier 3. Let's go ahead and get some more gems here. For some reason, it's not grabbing it. Now we find another reef here that we can come and recharge it later when we need it. I'm gonna add it. However, I already used all my transports here. As you can see, this transport is very on the edge, so probably the best thing for me is to remove this and come back here later before I use all my energy. So let's do that. I'm gonna go and walk back here so I can see what's on the way as well. Now I need to be careful to not use all my energy, otherwise the dome will start to close. Okay, I'm trying to find some hollow illuvium to capture. So far I didn't have any luck. I can again see another reef down there that we could grab it. Okay, so this is not one of the illuvials that I really were looking for, but I want to do some battles here as well. So if I decided in the end that I don't want to grab this illuvium, that's fine, because I want to get the experience to my illuvials to level them up. So I have 2 airs and 1 fire here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna combat the air ones with my nature. So let's go ahead and put this 2 here. I also want to use, not that, but I want to use my suit. Now I don't have a nature weapon, so I will use the earth here, and I will see if I can put 2 of those. And I also will put the weapon. Now this will not allow me to try to capture this illuvium twice, because you can see here I have 16, and let's see, this illuvium is 30, so I need to leave at least 30 if I wanted a second try. However, that's fine for me. I'm gonna go ahead and add some consumables here. So you can see I have these different flint caps. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use this smaller one and all of them to give them some extra experience from this fight. I'm using some gun drop here. I'm gonna drop on this illuvium here that has more energy, and let's go ahead and start the fight. Okay, so as you can see, we're fine fighting with all the illuviums from level 0. I didn't have to invest any money getting new illuviums. We leveled them up quite well here on level 1, so that is really cool as well. Look at this guy. So that's very exciting. Now I'm gonna get this Tiru here. I'm gonna give this a try. I'm gonna try use a common shard. Let's see what's the percentage. It's gonna give me 61% chance of getting it. So let's go ahead and confirm. Escape. So, well, next time we're not gonna have the second chance because I put too much power. I was focusing on getting my illuvials more experience, so I didn't let much space. I put everything that I could there, and I should have left some space for a second try. Okay, so we find a level 3 Illuvium. I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to win, but let's give it a go. So this will give me 2 chances of capture it. Let's go ahead and see how my team will do. Very good, and we've probably got a lot of experience from this fight as well, so that is really cool. Now you can see that's the one I'm interested in, level 3. Let's see what are the chances with the common shard. So only 15%. Let's see the uncommon shard. That's gonna give us 30% chance. I'm gonna cancel that. And let's finally see the rare shard. It's gonna give us 61% chance. Now, before I throw this, I want to go to the market and see how much this Illuvial actually worth. Okay. So this Illuvial at the market is going for 70 cents. This shard is going for 50 cents. So it would be a 20 cents profit. So I will pass on this Illuvium here as well. I'm just gonna go ahead and escape this battle. So let's go ahead and confirm that. As on top of only being 20 cents, I only have 60% chance that will actually capture that Illuvium. So for me, it was worth it. I want to look for better Illuviums to capture. I prefer to use the 650 energy here, looking for other things. Now let's do another battle so we can get more experience. Right, so something else you can always do, of course, is check the price of the Illuviums on the market when you do the battle. If you do the battle to get experience, you can maybe also in the end capture the Illuvium because it's worth it. So I could see that this Illuvium here on the market is going for about 40 cents. So it may be worth for me to go ahead and try capture it. I'm gonna try common shard, and that will give me 61% chance. Now you can see here we still fine, so the dome is not gonna start collapsing. You need to be careful as well with your energy. Right, we got this one. We missed the first one, but we got this one, and we got plenty of experience on this run, so that is really cool. I think by the end of this run, I'm going to be able to actually level up some of my Illuvials. Now, I'm not really interested on this too, so I'm just going to go escape. Now, the way I decided if I'm interested or not, I just look on the market. I look the price of the shard, I look the price of the Illuvium, and I decided if it's worth for me or not based on that. Now, I believe I already did a good run here, so I'm going to start to get the white ores. And then I'm going to go ahead and try to go for the different reefs that we find it to restore the energy when the portal start to close. And hopefully we're going to have enough time to get some more things. Now, what I normally do to wrap up, I press the map. You can see if you hover over the different things, you can see what you are actually left behind. So you can see if you are interested in get that deposit or not. Now the one you see here most is the Geodon, that is the white one, and then there is the Lazarus, that is the green one, and finally the Bismuth, that is the yellow one. And since there is quite a few around this area, I can teleport here. So this is another plant that's quite interesting to get as well. So now I'm going to start closing the dome, so I need to have a plan. So I'm going to press M to see the map. So we see here we have a teleport for this one, where we can get this deposit around here. Then we can teleport here to this one here. I remember there was one here. I'm not sure why it's not showing. And then we can walk to this other one here. I can actually book them. I can book multiple at the same time, so we know where we're going. And I believe there was one around here. For some reason, it's not showing anymore. Now let's go ahead and do this. Okay, now my time start counting, so I have 5 minutes. Let's teleport to this one, because it's always good to leave some resource around the one that you reefed, so you can go ahead and use it. There's another one. We can see one there on the distance. Let's look the map. There is one here. All right, so that's how the energy we could get it. So let's go and go back and see how we did it. Okay, so that's what we got for this RAM here. We didn't really get anything tier 3 other this Illuvium. We got this Illuvium tier 2 as well, and this Agile Access tier 2. We got our Illuvium that we already checked on the market. Let's see how we did for shards. We got 10 common shards and 2 uncommon shards. Not as many flint cap as I would wish. And that is all. I will check the price of this on the market and let you know if that was profitable run or not. I think we used 2 common shards, cured ones, on this run as well. One, the Illuvium Escape, another one, we got it. So I'm gonna add all that into my calculations and let you know how profitable this run actually was. So that's it for me, guys. Join the channel if you want to see I'm running on stage 2. And until there, don't forget to like, subscribe if you want to see me run on the stage 2. And also, if you can, please use the referral link. It's P2EW, pay to earn word. I'm going to leave below. I'm going to leave the link for it below. And that will help me to keep creating this content for you. Thank you and see you on the next one. Bye now.